Hi everyone, happy Wednesday afternoon. My name is Laura Milligan and I am doing a Facebook Live take two today. It's not my typical day to be going live, but it worked in my schedule, so I thought I would go for it. So hopefully some of you got that message and are going to be tuning in. So if you are there, please give me a shout out. I always like to double check that I've set this up right and that I'm in the right place. I have a really fun product that I want to share with you today. They are the butterfly and flowers layering decorative masks that are in the January to June mini catalog. And they're okay. So Debbie's there. Debbie's popping on. If you're there, give me a shout out. Say hello. And I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera down. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Okay, so thank you all for joining me. I have some really fun product to share today with you. Before I do that, though, I want to just briefly mention, let me pull this in here, my Flowering Rain Boots card class to go. Registration for this ends April 11th. I will post a link to the registration if you would like to take this class. It's super cute, and I said in the description, April showers bring flowering rain boots. So that's my theme for my class to go this month. It's super cute, and you can read about it in the link that I will post when I'm done here. So what I'm going to show you today, hi Becky, hi Chris, hi Colleen. So what I wanted to show you today were the butterflies and flowers. I'm going to hold this up so you can see them. Butterflies and flowers layering decorative masks. They are on page 65 of the January to June mini catalog. And let me show you. They just come in a little plastic sleeve, and there are 6 different patterns that you get. I actually use these. I have a retreat. It was in February this year, and I always do like a try it out table, and so I use these, and everybody really liked them. A lot of people wanted to order them, and at the time they were not available, but they are back in stock now. So I've been waiting for that moment for them to become available again so that I could share them with you. They're really fun, and I'm going to do 2 different cards today with these. So, oh, and I should mention you get 6 different masks, and it's $10, so it's a real bargain. There's a lot of things that you can do with these. So my first card, I'm going to start with this shape. I've already gone ahead and die cut this edge. This was done with the scallop contour dies. This is one of my favorite parts of those dies. Well, I love that whole set of dies, but I love this little scallopy edge here. And I have also cut one. This is the Ombre specialty paper, which I have used before. I've shared that before. It is in our In Colors. Here's a sheet of the purple, and I'm not sure if you can tell by this piece, but it is ombre. Here it is in the catalog, and again, they're in our In Colors are 20. Let me think, 20. Well, and you know what? They're not exactly in those colors, so never mind that. But they're in some of our regular colors: Gorgeous Grape, Mango Melody, Night of Navy, and Poppy Parade. Those are the colors that this paper comes in, and it does have an ombre look to it. You can't really tell that from this, but so I've already cut one of those out of that ombre paper as well. So I'm going to start with a butterfly, and so I'm going to take this butterfly mask, and it's just going to fit right up here on the top of this scalloped edged paper. I've already put some tape over it, but I'm going to go ahead and add some more. You could use Post-it notes for this. If you have washi tape, that would work really well. I have just this. It's a low tack tape. Honestly, I don't even remember where I got it, but washi tape would be perfect. Or if you have Post-it notes, you could use those. And what I'm doing is just covering up parts of the mask that I don't want any color to get on, any boo-boos, like if I would accidentally go down here. I don't really want color there, so I'm covering all of that up. This also helps hold the mask in place. And you can see I've already added some of my tape up here on that flower because I really just want to get this solid butterfly image to start with. And I'm just going to put a little piece right here like that. And I'm going to start with fresh Freesia ink. Hi everybody, oh good, lots of people are popping in. So I'm going to start with fresh Freesia. Now I used this for an event that I had, and there were a lot of people that were going to be trying these out. So I labeled one of my blending brushes by color. You could actually, you don't need to do that. You can have, normally I would have like a blending brush for like my purples and one for my blues, one for like reds and oranges, but there's nothing wrong with having them for each color. I love these, and I would love to have one for every color of ink that we have, but I just labeled these for my event so that my ink pads stayed true to their color. So this is fresh Freesia, and I'm just going to do a round motion. And just get this going here. It's always a little bit darker. Once you take the mask away, the color's always a little bit darker. I like to do a little dab on my scratch paper first so that I don't get any really dark spots on it. Okay, I'm going to do one more, just a little more. And it's just kind of a circular motion, just filling it in. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this like this, but I'm going to take this mask, which is the floral image. I'm going to do another card with this one in a second, but I'm going to put this here like that. And I'm going to go ahead and attach this and mask off places that I don't want. I'm having trouble finding the end of my tape here. There we go. So I'm going to mask this off. Let's see. I'm going to put that about right there like that. What was fun when we did this at my retreat was that everybody's turned out a little bit differently depending on how they did it. I'm just going to put a little more tape across there, and that's going to hold that in place. I'm going to put this is going to be a flower. I'm going to do one of the wings as a floral image and then one just as a traditional pattern of a butterfly wing. So for this one, you know, Colleen's asking about blue painter's tape. I don't know. I was actually wondering the same thing myself. It may be too tacky. It has to be, but you know what you could do is put it on your hand, like get some of the tack away, the stickiness away, and then try it. I think you just have to experiment. If you have some and try it, Colleen, let me know. So this now is Gorgeous Grape, and I'm just going to swirl this around. What's really fun about this is you can sort of tell what you're doing, but until you actually take the mask away, it's always like kind of like a wow to see what it looks like. So that part is done. So I'm going to pull this off. Look how cool that is. Now I'm going to pick up this whole mask. So there we go. Look how neat that is. You actually could leave it just like that, but I wanted to use these traditional butterfly wings on the other half of my butterfly. So I'm going to pull this off, and I'll just position this here. And what I want to do, so on the traditional butterfly, the more detailed mask, there are these little lines here for its body, and I want to make sure I'm sort of using that as a guide. I was careful when I did my flowers not to get on this center part of the butterfly, and I know not to do that because of just experimenting, and I just thought it looked better for the butterfly to have those regular lines. But washi tape for sure will work. Okay, so I'm just gonna tack this down, and again, I'm marking off places where I don't want, if I accidentally go over the edge. Okay, so Ellen is saying she has used the blue painter's tape and it's been fine, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to put this down here. I'm just covering up, and again, like I said, you could also use Post-it notes. I'm going to cover this part here too because I don't want to go over my flower there. I think this looks pretty good. Just going to put another one there just to be safe. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Gorgeous Grape ink again and swirl this around with my blending brush and just gently swirl. But you can see, like for example here, when I'm swirling, that's why I put that tape there, because you're going round and round and it's easy to go up above that little opening there, and I don't want to do that. So that's just protecting the surface. So, okay, let's take this off and see what it looks like. And there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Let me hold it up so you can see all the detail. I think it's so, so pretty. I just love these. They're really fun. So now I'm just going to put this card together. So I'm going to take this other scalloped edge, and this is the one that I did in the ombre, and I'm going to go ahead and just attach it. Let me find my glue here. This looks like a brand new bottle of glue, so I'm going to just go ahead and squiggle my glue on that, and I'm just going to attach this, and I'm lining up, I'm just sort of eyeballing that. I'm going to hold this down for a second. Oh, Cindy, hi. I'm glad you're here. You made it on time. That's awesome. So there is that piece. And then what I'll do is just take my paper snips and trim off the excess. I'm just going to make it flush with my white like that. And you could do this. You can imagine all the different colors you could do with these butterflies. Oranges and reds and yellows and just so many possibilities. So there is that. And then I kept this pretty simple. I just have my basic white, thick basic white card base. Let me grab my bone folder here. Okay. So that's going to go on there like that. I am going to pop that up. But I wanted to add a greeting, so I am using the really fun word set called Happy and Heartfelt. I love the fonts of these. They're really, really fun. And I'm going to go ahead and ink this up with my Gorgeous Grape. And I'll just stamp this down here to make sure I don't have it upside down. Okay, so there we have that. And then to finish this, I'm going to, like I said, pop this up with some dimensionals. Let's see what I have here. Just put some on the back of this. I really encourage you to try these. They are so much fun, and like I said, they're only $10. That being said, I want to remind you that I do have an ordering special going on this month. If you go to my blog, you can click on the shop button and it will take you directly to my store. And if you place a $50 product order or more this month using this host code, I will send you a surprise embellishment from our new catalog. So that will be sent out next month. So it's fun. I don't know yet what the embellishment will be. I'm going to wait and see what's available. But so there is that card. And then I just wanted to, of course, add a little bit of bling. So I am using the In Color Jewel 2021-2023 In Color Jewels. And let me get my Take Your Pick tool. Yeah, super quick, super easy. And it's kind of a wow. It's a sort of a wow when you make it. It's fun to do, and I think it's something fun and different and quick to make, you know, to send to a friend. So there's my congratulations card. Here is one that I did earlier, and you can see the difference. Maybe you can see the difference in the color. This one, the Gorgeous Grape, is much darker. This one's a little bit more subtle. I like both of them. I don't really have a favorite. I think both are super pretty. So that's the first card I wanted to make for you today. And then the second one, well, give me 1 second here. I'm going to put these inks away. So I'm using different inks for the next one. Okay, so in the meantime, before I show you my next card, I wanted to show you this one. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. I'm not actually going to make this card for you right now, but you can see how I used the mask, I'm sorry, and just created a little bit of a background here. And that one, let me show you that sheet. That one I did with this particular sheet. I just put the mask on my white cardstock and just used the blending brush and added that. It just adds a little bit of something, a little bit of interest to the background. So that's how I did that one. Cindy, you have to try this. It's so much fun. Okay, so the next card that I'm going to make uses the flowers. So let me get my parts and pieces out. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with, well, actually, okay, so I'm going to use this pattern. Here's the card. I'll show you the finished one for this one. So I'm going to start, I have 2 pieces of white, and I am using Pale Papaya and Calypso Coral ink for this one. And I'm going to start with this bigger piece of white, and this, I'm going to do this mask. This is the same mask that I used on this. I'm just using different colors of ink. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up and just position this like that. And I'm going to take my tape. I could probably do this without taping it, but I found that when I was practicing this, just a little tape to secure it seemed to be a good idea. So I'm just going to put some tape up here across the top like that. Again, if you have Post-it notes, which I feel like we all have Post-it notes, let me grab one here. You would just do, you know, you would just put your, oh, I guess you can't see it. Hold on, let me switch. I need to move this up a little bit. If you need, if you want to just use a Post-it note, you could put it there and it would hold it in place as well. This tape is what I'm using just because I had it. Okay, so I'm going to start. I want to do sort of an ombre effect on the background of this. So I am going to start with my Pale Papaya. And I'm just going to sort of go in an angle over on this left-hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. And again, just twirl it. The other thing you can do with these masks, we have that Shimmer Paste, texture paste, texture embossing paste, I think is the name, in our annual catalog, and you can use that on this as well, and it actually leaves not only the pattern but a texture. It's almost like a raised image in these patterns. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that like that. You want to take a peek. Let's see. So there's what it looks like so far. Then I'm going to take, and actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go up in this corner and just add a little bit of this Pale Papaya as well. Like that. Okay. Then I'm going to do this middle part in Calypso Coral. Okay, Carol's wondering, the masks are not carrying over to the new catalog, so you need to get them now. And if you order this month, like I said, a $50 order, you'll get a surprise from me in May, which is always fun, along with a hand stamped card. I always send hand stamped cards to my customers when they order. So you'll get an extra surprise next month in an embellishment. Okay, so I'm just adding more color here just for some contrast. You can add as little or as much as you like, and I think that looks pretty good. So let's pull this up and see. Okay, oh gosh, look, isn't that cute? Love that. I'll hold it up so you can see. Isn't that pretty? So the masks are very easy to clean, Colleen. All you need to do is, you can actually take them to your kitchen sink and run water on them. The ink will just flow right off. You can also use like a damp paper towel or a baby wipe. But if you're using a baby wipe or something, whatever you're using, you want to make sure that if you're using them right away, again, that they are completely dry, because you don't want to leave, have everything smear and blend and carry over to the back of the mask. So I actually, when I was preparing for this today, I just used a paper towel. I didn't even get it wet, and it seemed to be fine. So there's the first part of our card. And then I have this other piece, and I'm going to create these flowers here. So let me show you how to do that. So that, just going to position this in place, and I am using the, well, let me show you this. So there's this design, and you can see the lines of the mask are very thin. And then there's this, which is these two coordinate. These are thicker so that not as much of the flowers are going to show. So the bigger part, the one that has bigger openings or more delicate lines, I'm going to use my lighter color on. Let me pull this up a little bit. So we'll just get that in place. I'll get my tape again. And there's a lot of other masks. Like I said, there are 6 in this packet. There's a lot more that I could have used today, but I'm just not, because of the time. But this, like for example, these flowers have leaves that you could do in green if you'd want to highlight some of your flowers with leaves. I'm just not doing that for my card today, but you certainly could. All right, so that's probably, I'm going to put one more piece of tape at the top here to just secure this. Just there like that. Okay, and I'm going to start again with the Pale Papaya, the lighter color. Get that inked up real good, and then I'm just going to swirl this around. If you do this, if you order these masks and make some cards, please share them with me. I'd love to see what you do. I'd love to see your creations. I think we can all inspire each other. It's always fun to see what other people do with similar products. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm just going to add a titch more. Okay. And then I'm going to pull this back, and you can see, look how it's actually even cute like that. But I'm going to I wanted to add some contrasting color. So I'm going to put this one on here now, and I'm actually sort of eyeballing this, just till it looks like it's in the right place. It doesn't have to be perfect. These masks are very forgiving. It doesn't have to be exactly lined up. Carol says, I make it look so easy. It really is easy. Okay, so for this, I have to be careful down here because I see this little edge of white, my cardstock showing, so I'm going to put tape all across there. I just don't want to get ink down there. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to take the Calypso Coral. It's sort of fun. I used to do wall stenciling. I used to do stenciling on walls for myself, and I did it for a few other people too. It was really fun, and we used stencils like this. So these are basically just stencils but they're much smaller proportion so that you can use them on your cards and projects. But okay, so there we have that. And let's pull this off. And there we go. And look how pretty. It just highlights all of that. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So then I know Colleen was asking how to clean these, and I literally just took this little paper towel and just gently rubbed like that, and you can see how it's taking the color off. You could, like I said, take it and rinse it in your sink. That would probably be easy, but just let them dry completely before you go to use them again. Okay, so let's put this card together. So I'm going to start again with my basic white thick base. Go ahead and line that up and take my bone folder. Okay, like that. And then I am going to take a piece of pale papaya, and I'm just going to angle that a little bit like that. Hold that down, and really you don't need to do a lot because the design is so pretty. So I'm going to take a little bit of ribbon. This is also pale papaya. I believe this is retiring, and I love this ribbon. I think it's really cute. But if you do want to place an order, you want to for sure get some blending brushes. You want to get the masks. No, Cindy, I have not had trouble with the colors leaking under the mask. The only time that happened is when I had rinsed it off and it did not dry completely. And then it did. So that's why I'm saying, I learned from my mistake. That's why I'm telling you that when you do, rinse them off, just make sure that they're completely dry before you do something else. Before you add the next color. But I think a dry paper towel actually worked really well for me. So I'm going to add this ribbon on the back, and I'm going to pop this panel up. Hi, Jennifer. How are you today? It's fun to see all your comments. I really appreciate you all tuning in and watching. It's really fun for me. Even though we're not seeing each other face to face, it's just fun to connect with all of you. Okay, and then this piece I'm just going to put straight and centered on my card. It's actually so cute even just like that, isn't it? You could do, you could almost cut part of this out so that more of this will show, but I'll just stick with my original design. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. This part I did not pop up. I'm just going to attach it with my glue. All right, and then I'm going to take, let's see, actually I already cut this out, but I think it's buried alive. Hold on, there it is. Okay, so I've already stamped this in the Calypso Coral ink, and that also is from this stamp set, Happy and Heartfelt. I used the thank you. This is a great all occasion, there's a Happy Dad Day, Happy Mom Day. We have to celebrate this. I love that one. You matter to me. I love that as well. Lucky me. It's just some really cute. I heart you. Love that. So I just stamped the thank you, and then I just took my paper snips and cut around that. So I'm going to go ahead now and get my mini dimensionals. Good morning, Roseanne. Hi, Judy. Oh, Judy, you're so nice. These are really fun. I just have to tell you, you have to try these because you're going to be hooked. Once you try them, it's just a fun way to switch up our stamping. Okay, yes, Jennifer says she loves this stamp set. I agree. So this I'm just going to put here, just kind of overlapping my flower a little bit. And then, of course, I'm going to add some gems. close up these inks. Did any of you ever do wall stenciling? I used to do that a lot. It's kind of fun. So I'm going to take my the In Color Jewels. I know these are retiring, and I'm pretty sure they're reduced in price. So that's a good deal. If you're trying to get to $50 so you get your free surprise embellishment next month, you could add some of those. The blending brushes, the masks, of course. It's not too hard to get to $50, is it, in product? Okay, so these I'm going to now embellish. These are just the pale papaya color. I hate to see these jewels go because I really like them. And this I'll just put, whoops, I got a piece of fuzz on there. Put that right there like that. Okay, so there is that card. And you know what would be really fun? I didn't think about this till now, but it would be really cute to do something on the envelope. Let me see if I can find, I don't think I have an envelope. Well, hold on, let me keep looking here. Now, you know what? I don't have an envelope here, but how cute it would be to do, let me see. I'm going to keep looking. Oh, wait, you know what? Okay, excuse my reach. Here's an envelope. So you could do, you know, you could take this mask. I think let me do this one. This would be kind of fun. You could actually, I don't know, I haven't done this. I just had this idea. I think it would be kind of fun to try. Let's just see what this looks like. I'm going to put my mask, let's just do it like this. Let's just see. And I think I'll do it in the pale papaya. Let's just create a pattern on the front of the mask. Why not? Just for fun. This is an experiment, so we'll see. You know, and I think if you go light in the middle where you would put the address, and then maybe darker, you know, around the edge. I don't know, let's just add a little interest to the envelope and see what it looks like. Yeah, so Judy, I used to stencil too. I did a lot of it. It was really fun. I haven't done that for a long time, but okay, so I'm just kind of playing around. I'm going to take a peek and see what that looks like. Yeah, so I see there's some places I've missed. I'm just going to go up here. I think you just keep adding it till you're happy with the result. And I think this is light enough. Isn't that fun? You could actually then write your address right on there. I think that would be really, really fun. A fun card to receive in the mail, right? Let's see. Let's put that together. There we go. Look how cute. I would like to get that in the mail. That would be fun. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. I'm going to bring in my butterfly. And there's this one. Those are the 3 that I shared with you today. I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera back up. I have had so much fun playing with these masks. And again, they are called, let me get the official name. They are called Butterflies and Flowers Layering Decorative Masks. They can be found in our January to June mini catalog. They're only $10. The item number is 158142 if you're interested. And like I said, they were not available for quite a while, but they are back in stock now. Last time I checked, it did say low inventory. So if you want to try these, I would not delay in getting your order in. But these are really, really fun. I'm going to hold this one up. I didn't talk about it too much, but I love the background of that. So I want to thank you again for joining me today. It's always a treat for me to spend some time with you crafting, and I of course, appreciate that you were there watching. And I hope that today's Wednesday. I hope your week is going well, and I hope that we are headed towards the weekend, right? So that's always a good thing. But thank you so much for joining me. And of course, I look forward to seeing you next time. And as always, I hope you have time to be creative today. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.